Oh boy, this summer vacation sure was fun, but it's nice to be back home as fall creeps in. And you know what that means for all the Americans here. That's right, the NFL teams are going at it again, and just like last year, the Cowboys are getting up to some shenanigans. Now, I know a lot of you are in a similar position as I am, in that you're not exactly grandmasters of the gridiron. So I'm gonna try and break this down as simple as possible so that we can all laugh together at this absolute tragedy that has befallen the Dallas Cowboys. Alright, so the basic things about American football that you need to know for this video is that you need to get Stewie Griffin's head into one of two areas. A, you kick it between these big yellow tuning forks and that gets you what's called a field goal, or B, you try to get it into these colored strips at the end of the field, which are called end zones, and that gets you what's called a touchdown. Now before you try going for either of these, you want to get the ball as close to these areas as you possibly can, and this is also done in a couple of ways. A, the quarterback takes the ball and tries to run as far as they can towards these goals, or B, the quarterback throws the ball to someone else way further out, and then that player tries to run as far as they can. And then this happens over and over again until finally some points are scored. And that's all you need to know for this video. So let's say you are running the Dallas Cowboys and then you're thinking, okay, we need somebody that can put a lot of pressure on our enemy quarterback so that they mess up. Well, look no further than the person that's already on your team, Micah Parsons. Micah Parsons led all of the defenders in the NFL in pressures with 103 and pressure rate, which is 21.7%. He was number 3 on Pro Football Focus's 101 best players of the 2023 season. Now, all of this in plain English means Micah is the type of thing quarterbacks see in their nightmares. He is the wall of salt to a quarterback's snail. He's the meteor to the quarterback's dinosaurs. He is what a bag of limon Lay's chips is to my willpower. And Jerry Jones, the owner, president, and general manager of the Dallas Cowboys, decided, hey, you know it'd be a great idea? Shipping this guy off to another team.
Yeah, this is big brain time.
Oh, but it's okay, guys, because the Cowboys are not leaving empty-handed. They do get a defensive tackle from the Green Bay Packers who's coming off one of his worst seasons, and then they get first dibs on new people getting brought into the NFL for the next 2 seasons. One next year and the one the year after that. Okay, so clearly a bird in the hand is not worth 2 in the bush to this man. But just a little icing on the sundae. So the Cowboys head coach is new, and as we all know, throwing curveballs at the new employees is always a good idea. That's never a recipe for disaster. And especially doing this just a week before the season is actually supposed to start, you know, I feel like, what are they paying this guy for? You know, they've made his job super easy.
Everyone, it's good, it's under control, you know.
So yeah, as you can imagine, Cowboys fans are not exactly having the time of their lives right now. If you're a sadist like me and you want some quality entertainment, the exact moment Micah Parsons was traded by Clickbait Sports, they have a Packers and a Cowboys fan on their podcast, and you can see Scooter Magruder's heart disintegrate before your very eyes once he hears the news.
Holy crap!
Listen,
David Militetta, 4 years,
stream.
$188 million, $120 million.
in the stream right now.
My heart goes out to you, Dallas. And you know, my heart especially goes out to their new head coach. I do not envy that guy's position at all. Have y'all ever been playing, like, I don't know, an RPG or something like Final Fantasy, and one of your party members has one specific move that just steamrolls a certain type of enemy, and so you're going through the game doing pretty well, and then out of nowhere, that party member just gets completely clobbered, and then that particular enemy that one unit could take care of swarms you, and so you're just there suffering the entire time, knowing that you had the winning secret in the palm of your hands and it's just not there anymore. I imagine that's what that coach feels like right now, except he's playing for his actual job is on the line. And while we're on the topic of video games, people saw this and decided, hey, let's try and replicate this trade in one of the Madden video games. So they tried it, and the video game straight up said, hey, this trade is too lopsided. You deserve better, my dude. Don't do it. We're not going to let this trade happen. The video game doesn't let you do something that happened in real life. As you know what it's like, you know that F1 driver who, like, he got really upset because his crew kept on sabotaging his car because they just hated him for some reason. He was like, I'm not racing in this championship anymore.
I swear, you guys don't support me at all. I do everything, every podcast, every session. You guys do this to me, mate. I have no power on the road. Why not anybody fucking believe me? I don't race in the championship anymore. Just
Dude, that would straight up be me if I was Dallas's head coach right now. And you know what? This isn't even the first time in the Cowboys' history that the Jones-stir decided to engage in some spontaneous goofery with the team. He fired a fan-favorite coach named Jimmy Johnson. This dude won the Cowboys 2 Super Bowls, back-to-back, might I add. And before he could play a third with the team, Jerry walked up to Jimmy and was like, "Hey, yo, Jimbo, I got a present for you. It's a one-way ticket to unemployment. Oh yeah, a little extra salt in the wound. Nice heaping helping of sodium in that broken flesh that all Dallas fans have right now." Allegedly, when Micah heard the news, he walked up to Jerry with his agent and said, "Hey, I still want to play for the Cowboys." And Jerry still said no. Gang, I think recording this video is like actually raising my blood pressure. This sequence of events is just so painful, my little heart can't take it. And I feel obligated to mention that something very similar happened to Dallas only like 7 months ago. So their basketball team, the Mavericks, used to have this one player named Luka Doncic. One of the best players ever, probably. Beloved by all Mavericks fans. Literally, there was an entire day in Dallas called Luka Doncic Day where they just celebrate him. And then the owner of the Mavs, or whoever making the decisions, are like, "Hey, it'll be a great idea sending Luka to the Lakers so that we get 1 first-round pick and Anthony Davis." I mean, listen, no shade to Anthony, but I don't know how this trade went through, man. And just like what happened with the Cowboys, if you try to replicate this trade in an NBA 2K game, the game is like, "No, this is stupid. Why are you doing this?" What is going on with this dang city? Is weed legal in this city? Because I don't know, I feel like a little too many people might be smoking a little too much of it. Now, if you can believe it, the NFL season has started once again, and the first game of the season, it's the Cowboys again, playing the Eagles of all teams this time. Now, last year's game had Dallas, for whatever reason, absolutely smoke the New York Giants like a barbecue. I don't know what steroids they were feeding Dak and the boys that day, but I kind of want to try some. So, considering Dallas's luck and how much the Phillies hate Dallas, I'm half expecting a Cowboy to just die on the field today. Let's see what happens. And okay, you know what? That score is actually not as bad as I was anticipating. Good job, guys. Now, make no mistake, the score looks normal, but this game was full of surprises. First off, apparently Boys to Men sang the national anthem, and apparently they didn't do so well, according to a lot of people. Now, I just finished listening to their rendition before recording this segment. I've heard a lot worse. Okay, they didn't go full Roseanne. Like, yeah, there were a couple notes in the Boys to Men version where I was like, I don't know if that dissonance is intentional or not, but it wasn't horrific like Roseanne's was. But what did steal the show tonight was apparently Jalen Carter of the Philadelphia Eagles, while the cam was rolling before football even began. He allegedly spit at the quarterback for Dallas, Dak Prescott, and immediately got ejected from the game. And not only were the cameras rolling as he spit, he had a referee standing like 2 inches away from him, and the ref had a direct line of sight of his loogie.
What was said, but Jalen Carter out of this game.
Now, there are rumors circulating that Dak was spitting at Jalen prior or in his general direction. I have no idea. I wasn't there. Could be true, could be completely made up. Either way, what an incredible start to the season. Oh yeah, and just as a little cherry on top of the sundae, in like the third quarter, the game had to be delayed due to weather. Now, if you want my hypothesis, I think the collective misery and disappointment of all of the Dallas Cowboys fans because of the Micah Parsons trade ended up manifesting a storm cloud that decided to take a fat dump on the stadium. But I'm no meteorologist, so I could be very wrong. Anyways, that's about all I've got for you today. Thank you from the bottom of my heart to all 213 of you that decided to stick around during my stupidly long vacation. Actually, you know what? Before we go, Micah and the Cheeseheads actually played today against the Lions. Let's check the score on that. Yes, 13-27. You know, it's ironic that Green Bay won with that score, because that's about how many therapy sessions it's going to take for the Dallas fans to recover.